into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning, you beautiful people. You can't help but smile when you hear that sound. My name is Jamie Domburg, reporting live for duty on this Thursday. Happy Klein Vrydag, everybody.
Klein Vrydag indeed, and my name is Rael de Monet, nourishing you with everything health and fitness as usual.
I love it. It's day 21 of lockdown, as we know, which some of you might remark would have been the day it was originally set to end. Now, as we all know, we reset our lockdown countdown last week when it was extended, giving us a better chance to get a handle on the spread of the COVID-19 right here in Mzansi. But let's keep holding strong together and we will get through this. We all just have to hashtag stay at home, everybody.
Stay at home indeed. So now let's jump straight into it with another energetic morning of culinary, creativity, fitness, fun, and all the news of COVID-19. And this one is going to be a banger, so make sure you don't miss it.
Something you don't also want to miss is getting on our social media platform as well, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. Now, guys, we've been in lockdown for 3 weeks now, and some of us might be itching for a change of scenery, maybe from pillow forts to camping in your back garden. How have you kept things adventurous at home? Remember, use that all-important hashtag Expresso Show to let us know. Have you been creative? Have you been adventurous?
I must say, I've seen so many cool things, guys, camping out in the backyard, recreating that outdoor feel. I haven't quite done that yet. I've gotten as far as maybe changing some pictures in the house and recreating the vibe, but we'll get there. I've been inspired.
That helps. Actually, yesterday, I tried a spa day in my home. I will show you, but later on, how I created all of that. It wasn't fun, though, because I was trying to keep the camera and still record it. Content creators, I stand with you guys. But right now, let's get on with the show and delve right into those news headlines.
A very good morning to you. It's time for your 7 o'clock news headlines. Starting off with our national news. The phone number 111 has been designated for use by South Africa's COVID-19 National Emergency Services. In regulations published yesterday, the Independent Communications Authority of South Africa harmonized and mandated the number. Calls and SMSs to the number will be free. The number will be in use for 3 months after the end of the country's national state of disaster. Meanwhile, Health Minister Uzweli Mkhize yesterday said the infection rate now stands at 2,506, and with 7 new deaths recorded, the total is now at 34. Limpopo Premier Stan Mathabata says they hope to reach about 1 million households in their COVID-19 screening and testing campaign. He was speaking at the launch of the provincial campaign in Marapong in Lephalale. Mathabata says 10,000 volunteers, including community health workers and caregivers, will form part of the campaign. He said the province has some 1.6 million households and they want to make sure they visit at least 1 million. Limpopo currently has 24 cases of COVID-19. On to international news. U.S. President Donald Trump has been heavily criticized for halting funding for the World Health Organization amid the global coronavirus pandemic. Philanthropist Bill Gates, a major funder of the WHO, said it was as dangerous as it sounds. Trump said on Tuesday that the body had failed in its basic duty in its response to the virus. Meanwhile, the head of the WHO, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, said it was not the time to cut funds to the WHO, as it is absolutely critical to win the war against COVID-19. The International Monetary Fund has approved a $1 billion aid package for Ghana to help the country manage fallout from the coronavirus pandemic. The credit is through the IMF's Rapid Credit Facility to help the country as growth falters and the government's financing needs to expand. The IMF earlier also announced it had approved immediate debt relief for 25 poor countries, most of them in Africa, to help them free up funds to fight the pandemic. And now, how high schoolers try to comfort quarantined seniors. As means of entertaining lonely adults during the coronavirus pandemic, a team of Canadian high schoolers created a hotline that plays pre-recorded messages of positivity. The Joy for All project was launched by students from the Ever Active Schools Recreational Leadership Program in Calgary. The youngsters say they created the free hotline as a means of comforting quarantined seniors across North America. However, people of all ages are welcome to enjoy a regularly updated selection of jokes, stories, guided guided meditations and educational messages. Since the hotline launched earlier this week, the youngsters will now be updating the pre-recorded content until June. If social restrictions continue throughout the year, the teens hope to continue adding the phone selections until adults are free from self-isolation. Taking a quick glimpse into the world of entertainment, bringing new life into a world that is going through a pandemic must be quite challenging, but American actress America Ferrera has some words of strength and hope to expecting mothers out there. America, who announced on New Year's that she's pregnant with baby number 2 with husband Ryan Pierce Williams, took to Instagram to share a picture of her burgeoning baby belly alongside the words, "I am thinking of all of you mamas right now. Also of all the women across generations and centuries and borders who have and are currently bringing new life into the world amidst of so many extra and daunting circumstances." We echo her sentiments and send our thoughts and strength to anyone undergoing medical processes during this difficult time. That's your 7 o'clock news roundup. Right now it's time for the weather with Janie.
Happy Thursday to all of you. We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures this morning. One came through from Alicia Buerta, who is a registered nurse at Netcare in Port Elizabeth, who took the time to send us this breathtaking picture of the sun making its first appearance in the Windy City while on her way to work this morning. Now, she urges all South Africans to stay safe during this COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication, Alicia. Port Elizabeth can expect mostly sunny conditions today, reaching a maximum temperature of 22 degrees. Another one came through from Geraldine Flatwell, who woke up to this beautiful view of a sky from home in Ocean View in the mother city, where partly cloudy can be expected today with a high of 18 degrees. Now, Geraldine has been keeping busy by sewing and knitting during lockdown, but also makes time for exercise. Now, hopefully our fitness expert Raul has inspired you to try some new workouts. Have a great day, Geraldine. Now, most of the country can expect sunny conditions today, but let's take a look at the temperatures for the rest of the country. Now, morning thunderstorms can be expected for you, Polokwane, with a low of 15, peaking to 27 degrees. An afternoon thunderstorm or 2 for you, Umbumbela, with a low of 18 and a high of 25. Pretoria, 11:24. Johannesburg, 9:22. And then plenty of sunshine can be expected for you, Mahikeng, ranging from 11 to 26 degrees. Klerksdorp, 6:24, and then sunny and pleasant conditions for you, Kimberley, with a low of 8, peaking at 22. A cool start to the morning can be expected in Bloemfontein with a low of 4 and a high of 20. Richards Bay, 14:20. Occasional rain can be seen in Pietermaritzburg today with a low of 12 and a high of 22. If you do find yourself in South Africa's playground Durban, a couple of evening showers can be expected, ranging from 18 to 24 degrees. Partly sunny conditions for you, Umtata, with a low of 7 and a high of 21. East London, 13:22. Cradock, 4:23. And then mostly sunny conditions expected for you, Port Elizabeth, with a low of 11 and a high of 22. George, 11:22. Sutherland, 5:19. And then hazy sunshine expected for the mother city, Cape Town, today, with a low of 13 and a high of 21. Worcester, 8:24. And then plenty of sunshine can also be seen in Uppington, with a low of 11 and a high of 27. Whatever the weather, wherever you find yourself, happy Klein Vrydag to all of you.
Pharmadynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.
And a very happy Clean Friday to everyone. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up on the right side of lockdown with your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso. I'm Thabiso Makubela. Good morning.
Good morning to you, man.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. I
look
just
amazing.
need some words of motivation.
Well, you know how we do. Every single day, we start the day off by bringing you some words of inspiration to get us going. On this day, we get our word from Dr. Anthony Fauci, who really has come to see, to the fore in the United States and in the world, certainly, as a public health hero. And he's become the face of the country's coronavirus response team. We've seen him all over the news. He is one of the top U.S. experts on infectious disease, and he's led the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases since 1984. He is currently one of the most trusted leaders worldwide on COVID-19. And when it comes to the importance of beating COVID-19, he's had a lot to say because he speaks on it a lot on the news. But this is something very, very profound, very important that he's once had to say.
This is serious business. We are not overreacting. That's it.
This is serious business. We're not overreacting. So, you know, at times like this, it can be very easy to lose sight of why we're doing this. But think of the thousands of lives that we are saving as we take this action. All of this shouldn't be taken very lightly. When you go out and you spend more time than you need to out on the streets, going to the supermarket, think about the risk you're placing yourself in, but not just yourself, the many other people around that space. There's a big reason and a big cause we're doing this for. So take these words, be inspired to stay home and continue to fight this COVID-19, because the truth is, we can if we hashtag
Stay home.
Find your smooth fortune with Tropica. Buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and stand a chance to win your share of 1 million rand in prizes, such as a trip for two with KLM to Amsterdam, LG G8X cell phones, LG TVs and dishwashers, guest vouchers, guest watches and accessories, plus the smooth grand prize of a Suzuki Ignis. The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win. Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Hey.
It's the 16th of April. It is a Thursday. It's Klein Vrydag. It's time for us to wish you, our loved and loyal viewers, a very happy birthday if you are celebrating your birthday today. On that note, if you are celebrating it with someone very special, Lonely.
Yeah, and it's Akon, and he's turning 47 years old today. Woo! Akon is a multi-platinum selling artist, producer, entrepreneur, and philanthropist, and he has sold over 35 million albums and was the first to hold the #1 and 2 spots simultaneously on the Billboard charts. He's also a running project called Akon Lighting Africa, which aims to provide electricity around the world. On and off stage, Akon is undoubtedly one of the world's influential artists.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday to you, my man.
Is a very happy birthday to you and continue doing amazing work. Now to wish you guys, the real celebrity, our viewers at home, starting off with Giano. Happy 11th birthday, Giano Pillay, also known as Khocha.
Hey, Khocha!
May God bless you richly on this day, not just with riches, but with wisdom. Here's a verse for you from the book of Proverbs 23, verse 24. The father of a righteous child has great joy. A man who fathers a wise son rejoices in him. Oh, wow. Love you always and forever, Daddy. Megan and your younger brothers. Happy birthday to you, Giano.
Happy birthday, Khocha, indeed.
Rikal is also celebrating his birthday. Happy 6th birthday to our gorgeous little boy, Rikal Pillay. May you always stay blessed and continue to brighten our day. May you always add sparkle wherever you go. Have a magical day. Love from your mom, Kubashni, and dad, Devon. Happy birthday.
Rikal's looking pretty pimp out there, man. Look at that haircut. He's making me so jealous.
And everything.
None of us can get to the barber. Oh, man, I envy you. You know, the next one's to Isabella. We wish you a blessed birthday and pray for many blessings upon your life. From Gershwin, Lindsay, and Noel. Happy birthday to you, you cute Isabella. And then the next one's to Ntombi. Happy 60th birthday to our grandma, Ntombi Tabete. Thank you for always being there for us. We love you so, so much, and may God keep you safe from your grandson, Lindo, your granddaughters, Kanye and Nandi Tabete. Happy birthday, Ntombi.
Happy birthday, Ntombi. Ryan is also celebrating his birthday. This is a birthday wish to our son, Ryan Jacobs, who turns 11 today. We wish you more God's richest blessings and your special day, and may you grow to understand God's purpose for your life. Love from your daddy, mommy, and Amy. Happy birthday, Ryan. And a crown birthday, a very special one, Havana. Seeing our baby girl turn 16 is wonderful, sad, and frankly, kind of terrifying. We hope you know that mommy and daddy will always love you and be there for you, even as you grow into a beautiful, intelligent, independent woman. Happy sweet 16th and crown birthday, Havana.
Happy birthday, Havana! Woo! And to everybody else celebrating their birthday, I hope you have an incredible day. So obviously, if you'd like to send your loved ones a birthday message, send it with a 15-second video to 071 640 6551. Or, of course, you can email your wishes to birthdays@cordova.tv. So much magic still to come on the show. Stay tuned for more.
Now that the national lockdown has been extended, the internet is such a great place to hang out, especially for the children. Now here they can watch videos, they can post statuses on different social media apps, find all sorts of information and stay in touch with friends and family. But the internet can also be a very dangerous place. Parents generally do everything they can to keep their children safe and well, but are parents actually doing enough to keep them safe online? Now, founder of My Social Life, Dean Makubri, talks us through how to manage your child's screen time during lockdown and how to safeguard them online. Good morning, Dean.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you for sitting down with us. I think this is such a time where parents want to encourage the kids being online or using social media just to interact with others. But what do we actually need to know about screen time, and should parents limit screen time for the kids during this time?
I think it's kind of a very unparalleled circumstance, as we all know. I mean, none of us have ever been in this before. And I think we do need to understand that within the nature of that, we need to perhaps go a little bit easy on them. But by the same token, sometimes what we do is we go a little bit too easy on them, and we're allowing them completely free rein. What we need to understand is this, very simply. The longer that they're online, then the more kind of issues that can pop up, because, of course, the risks are around privacy, unwanted exposure to, say, for example, pornography, unwanted approaches from strangers. So the more time that you're online, the more things that can happen. So we need to keep it still relatively well contained in terms of limits. And a lot of people say to me, well, what are the limits? Well, often really for the younger kids between the ages of, say, 2 to 6, it should really not be very much time at all, perhaps an hour, and it should be very kind of educational, informative screen time. Between 6 and 13, between those teen years, it's like 1 to 2 hours. And obviously for the teens, it's 3 hours plus. Some kids are online for 5, 6, and so on. The question is, do we know how they are handling this very complex world online?
Absolutely. It sounds like you're saying it's almost that you have to put boundaries in place in order to achieve this. But it sounds easier said than done. What steps can parents, other than the one that you just mentioned, can they take in order to achieve this?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, goal number one is to actually start to have conversations with them. Start to ask them about their life online, and then say to them, how much time do you think you should have online? And often you might be surprised, actually, that it's not as high as you think. They are reasonable in some cases. And we say to them, look, this is how much time I think you should have online. These are the types of apps I think you should be using. This is the amount of friends that I would like you to have, not like 17,000 of them. We have an agreement. And the problem is, if they're pushing it always with you and asking for more time and more friends and so on, then that's when you need to contain them and set those limits. Put that agreement up on the fridge and check in on them every day. The challenge is here is that they don't know what else to do. And we need to spend more time with them. We need to do craft and art and watch a movie or watch TV or whatever it may be, have conversations, read books. These things are really, really important. It's just that they just haven't been normal.
Absolutely. In your experience, which apps are the majority of the kids currently using during this time?
TikTok.
TikTok,
Instagram, Snap, not Facebook, not Twitter. There are a lot on house parties. So house parties seriously popular. It's like a locked down group, a small circle of friends. But you see, inside each app, there are security settings. You can find them by clicking on the 3 dots in the corner of the app and then going down to security and privacy. And you're looking to see whether the kids have public accounts or private accounts, and you want to see whether they have locked out various people from being able to join these conversations. People can send them unwanted photographs of their body parts, and they do. And so we need to actually go into their settings and ask them, well, is your account public or private? Can I have a look at your privacy settings and so on? And they may get a bit tetchy, but we've got to have these conversations.
Absolutely. How then can parents make sure their children are safe online during this lockdown without pushing boundaries and having them close up towards us?
It is honestly about conversation. So we have more time together. We actually don't get any excuse in lockdown. With that time, we have an opportunity to discuss with them more. They are around us more. And we need to ask them questions and say, well, show me TikTok. I don't get it. What is it about? But try not to judge. Your judgment immediately moves them further away from you. Just show an interest, just for now, and say, oh, really, show me the famous people. Show me what's the thing that's most trending. Why is this thing so popular? What do you love about it? Show me how you operate on it. And then you show them something that you've seen online. It could be something to do with fake news. And you get to share back what sits in your world and what you find unacceptable or what you wish to educate them on. It's a great way to infuse your home values into your kids. Things like, no, we don't harass people, we're not mean to people, we're not rude to people, we're kind to other people, we're generous, we respect other people's differences. We need to talk about what that might look like online. Conversation at dinner time, for example, is perfect.
Conversation. I think we're all going to be TikTok moms and dads after this. But thank you so much, Dean, for joining us this morning. For you guys at home, let us all encourage our kids to keep the screens down as much as possible and promote online safety when they do go browsing.
Good morning, you magical people. Once again, we're doing the fitness things. And of course, you are joined by the vivacious Kuhle Adams on my left. And we're going to be doing the fitness things as usual. You know how we do it. Today's workout is specific to some bodyweight control. And with the national lockdown extension, most of us will have to spend more time, if not all of our time, in our homes. So this may have massive effects on our mental and physical health. So this is why it's so important to stay fit and active during this time. So I'm here to help you get your daily sweat on as we work towards any fitness goals you might have this morning. And we'll be taking on a simple full body workout which will kind of target the core, the legs, the upper body, and all the things, you know, all the things we need to burn. And you can add these zero equipment exercises to your lockdown fitness routine.
Yes.
All right, Claire Adams, you ready?
I am 100%
As always, guys,
ready.
you know how we do it. We're going into a little bit of a warm-up now. We're starting with the lower body, and especially the lower back. We're going to go onto our knees into the prone position, starting off with a cat camel. This is an incredible exercise, especially for everybody that is constantly messaging us on the show, complaining about lower back issues. So we're working through that mobility as we go through these exercises, and then we'll move our way around to the core.
All right.
So let's start off with a cat camel. As we do, we go into a prone position. So your knees are slightly shoulder width apart, as well as your hands. You're going to have a nice straight back to start. And then as usual, what we're going to be doing is making sure we lift our head to the sky and wag our tail in the sky at the same time. And you'll see a good arch in that back. And then from this position, you're going to look down, tuck your chin towards your chest, and then round your back while bringing your hips, rotating them and squeezing your core at the same time. And then you can repeat that position, factory start on that cat, and then pushing away from the mat once again, tucking that chin all the way in, pushing those scaps up, and then we can go for a restart.
Don't forget to breathe, everybody, okay?
Lovely advice there. Don't forget to breathe. And of course, you guys at home will be doing 10 reps in total. We'll be moving on to the next exercise, and we're going to be pushing the core, the upper body at the same time. And we're going into some core knee tucks. So that's your cat camel. It's going to get the mobilization of the lower back, kind of get that firmness, get the mobility, fluidity going on before we move into the exercises. So exercise number one, warm up is almost done. We're going into core knee tucks. So you might have seen this exercise before. We're going to add an oblique variation to it. So this is how it works. Rep number one, you go for a tuck underneath your body. You hold it there. You can feel that squeeze in the core. All right, then you bring it straight back and then to the side. You feel that, and you'll feel a nice concentration and a nice squeeze on the side of the body there, which is that oblique muscle. And that's a brilliant exercise to kind of get the front line as well as the lateral line of the core.
Is this how I achieve that V?
You know, that V line, that deep V cut, that magazine muscle, you know how we do it. So obviously we're going to move over to the other side and finish rep number two. And we'll go for 6 reps just to show everybody at home how to get into the flow of it. Right, so underneath the body, you're going to tuck, have a nice squeeze of the core, bring it back, and then go to the side. And you'll feel that on the side of your body in your obliques, staying nice and tall, making sure we don't droop our back. If you do feel any pain in your lower back, that means you're arching too much.
Okay.
That means you need to raise those glutes a little bit higher, takes the pressure off, and we can repeat our reps. How are you feeling over there?
My core is not able to sustain me up that long.
That's perfect. And you do as many as you can, and obviously the goal is to work towards those 10 reps.
Fair enough.
So everybody at home, don't fret if you aren't managing to hit your reps. It's not the be-all and end-all. Obviously, we're always promoting quality over quantity. So if you only get to 6, that's perfect. Write it down. Next time you try the workout out, see if you can get to 8 reps, work your way up to 10. That's your goal. All right. Moving over to our next exercise. So you're going to bring the upper body into play now, working on multi-directional lunges or a lunge combo. So we're going to start off by lunging backwards. Look, as soon as you rest your leg behind your body, making sure once again your knee doesn't go over your toe, you're dropping down nice and low for this one, and then you explode up using that glute. Then we move over to the side, taking a side lunge. And then you go nice and low. You'll feel a nice good stretch in that groin area over there. Explode straight back up. And I must just say, I'm loving your form today. It's looking impeccable. Straight back, hinging at the hip. Mom,
you know what
I'm so impressed.
The superhero posture. We're not villains.
Yes, I love it. I love it. You missed the show yesterday. Obviously, guys, heroes. We're all superheroes today. We're standing still. We're staying proud. Obviously, we're finishing off our rep and our lunge combo by lunging forward, and that will finish your rep number one. And then you repeat the same thing on the other leg, on the opposite leg. So we lunge backwards once again, nice and low. We're going to use our glute to explode up, driving those hips forward. We go to the side. You'll feel a nice stretch in the groin over here. You're going to use the adductors once again. Push yourself back up, and then we're lunging front making sure the knee doesn't go over the toe, and then squeezing those glutes as we push our way back up. And that's your lunge combo. So 1 rep is completing all the lunges on the side. Rep number 2 on your left-hand side, you got to hit 10 in total. Moving back to the upper body, of course, is our last exercise of the complex. We're going into a push-up position. We're going to go for 10 reps in total, but we're going to cycle through the following process. So we go, our hands are shoulder width apart, just underneath ourselves. If you are struggling at home to do a full push-up, you're more than welcome to go on your knees, as the lovely Kushle is doing on the side here. And we'll start off with 1 rep being 1 push-up. So straight in front of you, head's nice and tall, making a proud push-up, all the way down, straight back up. That's rep number 1. Then you bring your left hand forward and your right hand back, and you push down again, keeping your elbows nice and close to the body. And we go for rep number 2. And you feel that squeeze on the back arm, especially pushing the pec. Then we're gonna switch hands. Right hand goes to the front, left goes to the back. And we do the exact same thing. Big squeeze all the way through to the top. And that makes 3 reps. And then we go back to our push-up position, which is straight down in front of you. You guys are gonna cycle that through 10 reps in total. And that will complete your full body control complex. This is gonna work on your stabilizers, adductors, abductors, and all the lines of the body that need that strength. So straight after the workout, you head off to the kitchen, you grab some epic post-workout meal, which Clem has prepared for us. So my man, what have you got cooking in the kitchen?
Well, Clem, I'll tell you this. You know, this is something I always say. I say this to all my friends all the time. You have to train and work out as hard as you eat, and you have to eat as hard and as much as you work out. Take my advice. But the thing is to keep it clean and eat only the right stuff pre and post workout. And after a tough workout, as you #stay home, it's important to remember to refuel. And what better way than with a quick and easy overnight oats from Woolies. Instant oats, they are the most convenient because obviously they've been cooked for the longest time and flanked thinner during the processing. And now we know that it's affordable as well, so you won't be breaking the bank as well. Something to be taking note of. Take it away, Chef Clem. You and I both know.
Yes.
You and I both
so many
know.
things, but what specifically do we know?
We know that oats is one of the best things to eat pre-workout, at least an hour or 2 before, so that you're not working out on an empty stomach. Do we both know this?
I just really like oats with the fact that it's got that good fiber for you and it keeps you fuller for longer.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just a healthy alternative. Oh, well, I think so. That's just me.
I believe it. Yeah. Every single time I eat oats, I feel like I've done my healthy deed for the year.
For the year?
I eat oats once, I'm like,
okay,
I've given my body some good stuff for a while.
Yesterday,
fantastic, yeah.
Yesterday we spoke about the daily difference. So I actually got it in studio for us today.
Oh, nice.
This is what I'm talking about. This is your one that you're going to take home.
Yeah.
So what I've done today is I've also shopped from the Daily Difference catalog. I've got my oats.
Yes.
And I got my apples as well from Daily Difference, which is really great. We're saving money.
Yeah.
We need to be like, so that's quite important right now.
I love that. Okay, cool.
I feel like the most important thing during lockdown, especially when it comes to cooking, is building routine.
Okay.
So our routines have been out of whack since lockdown because we're at home. We're working at the weirdest times. We're like eating at the weirdest times. Also me, culprit, having dinner at like midnight.
And
Legit.
then sleeping at 3 a.m.
Yeah, and then you're up again in the morning.
Oh man,
so
it's not really easy. It's really not easy at all.
It's not. So it's really important to kind of build routine right now.
Okay, cool.
If you prepare your breakfast the night before, you're committing to actually having breakfast and a healthier breakfast the next morning.
I've never heard of that, preparing your breakfast overnight. But also, Clem, the one other thing I was wondering is this morning when I walked in here and I heard you saying that you're going to be making oats this morning, I thought, okay, cool. Oats? What more can you do with oats? I mean, oats is oats, isn't it? Surely. But, okay, see, now I see grated apples.
Yeah, so I grated some apple that, again, like I got the apple from my Daily Difference deal.
Yes.
And I got some plain yogurt. So I'm giving it a good mix. The idea is we're not going to cook the oats. We're going to hydrate the oats overnight. Okay? Which is really, really nice. It creates a different texture. Okay. It's not that extra mushy like you would normally get from like stirring and cooking. This is going to give it like a different, like a more coarse texture,
nice texture.
which is great. It's something different because like you said, oats is oats is oats.
I thought so, but really not.
We're changing it. Cool.
Okay, cool.
So
what have you got in the yogurt?
An apple.
Okay, only.
I've got some honey here, but the truth of the matter is I think I get enough sweetness from the apple.
Okay.
Some people like a really sweet breakfast.
Yeah.
Then you can totally add the honey.
Yeah.
And we just got adding it all in there. Add. There we go. And with a little bit of like kick a little bit of spice, a little bit of cinnamon, like a cinnamon apple pie. but it's a breakfast.
Wow, and you prepare this overnight. Would something like this only work if you're using instant oats, or could you use the traditional Woolies oats that you get in a box for the same overnight preparation, or is it slightly trickier in that way?
No, not at all. So I use the Woolies steel cut oats for this as well, which is like the half groat.
Yes.
Which is the big chunky bit.
Yeah.
Same thing, overnight, and it hydrates and it gives you that beautiful, beautiful texture, beautiful dessert. Again, like I said, you're just waking up in the morning and you're starting a day off on the best way possible with us and with your breakfast.
I love that. So if anyone asks you while they see you preparing this, you're not cooking the oats, you are hydrating the oats.
You are.
As we've learned now, we're hydrating our oats because everybody needs a bit of hydration, and so too does your oats, clearly.
Absolutely.
Okay, so fantastic. Right. So you've got that going on there. And then what do you do?
Yeah, so I've used apple like you can see this morning, but if you've got some berries at home, people have been stocking up on their berries.
Yeah.
And then they're freezing them and like using them for new purposes.
Yeah.
If you take your berries and you blitz them up a bit, put it with the yogurt, then add your oats. You've got like a berry version of this.
Yeah.
You can use some raisins.
So you can use whatever fruit you like. Actually.
That's kind of the idea. And right now we need to be like shopping and cooking like consciously.
Yes.
That we want to be using what we have and what we can actually buy from our budgets.
But also not wasting anything. So if you bought those apples and now they're starting to have wrinkles because you bought them last week or 2 weeks ago, there's still stuff that you can do with all of those apples. And I'm sure Clem has a whole list of all the fruits. This time around, we've just simply grated these apples. So if you're wondering how we got them to that texture, that fine texture, they were grated earlier on and put into a bowl. And then you mix the yogurt in, mix, get your instant oats, throw it in there, mix, good to go. And if you add fruit to your oats, your instant oats, which we have hydrated, literally you're getting all those nutrients straight to your bloodstream. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking.
Dr. Tabiso in the house.
You know what?
Okay, I mean, Dr. Mole probably is watching us right now and he's like...
He's taught me well.
He's taught you well. Okay, cool. So a little bit of dusting, a little bit of honey over the top, just like that. So Tabiso, this is like your challenge now.
So this is cinnamon that you put on there.
A little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of honey. We don't need the honey, like I said. I feel like it's sweet enough from the apple. But this is your breakfast tomorrow morning, Tabiso. Okay, so when you come in, your breakfast is done. Go to the fridge, you take it out.
Yeah.
You're starting your day off on the best way possible.
Listen to this. I think you're saving so many lives out there, honestly. You're saving lives, Clem, and you don't even know it. No, you are saving lives and you don't even know it, because there's a mom out there who works so hard throughout the day, running around with the kids, helping them out with all sorts of things. She really just wants to sleep in and wake up at 10 o'clock. She can prepare the oats overnight, keep it in the fridge for the kids, all 5 jars like this, put it in the fridge. They wake up, they know straight to go to the fridge and get it. Or they can make it themselves, actually.
Yeah.
And so if you want to make it yourself, go on expressoshow.com. We've got that recipe with our ingredients, quick and easy ingredients on there. Remember, while you're at it, when you go grocery shopping, grab your Woolies Daily Difference catalog. It's got all those amazing deals that you don't want to miss out on. Chef, I can't wait to taste this. Thank you very much for that.
I'm here every day. Boom!
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, this one is for all animal lovers out there. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that if we could, we would adopt all the pets in the world. There really is no better feeling than providing a safe and loving home to an animal in need. But whilst adopting a pet is a wonderful thing to do, it's a massive undertaking that requires a lot of thought and adjustment. Here to share everything we need to know before taking the plunge is our favorite vet, Dr. Karine Brink. Good morning to you, Dr. Karine.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, and I trust that you are doing well. Dr. Karine, I mean, adopting a pet can be an emotional and sometimes an impulsive decision. What are the hard facts and considerations we need to keep in mind before adopting?
You need first to check, are you financially ready to own a pet? Then you need to see, where do you stay? If you rent a house or perhaps stay in an estate, are you allowed to keep a pet? Then you must ask yourself, are you ready for the pet lifestyle? Are you ready to take your dog for walks? Are you ready to take a dog to a groomer? And what is your family's lifestyle now? Are you an active family, or are you more homebodies that like to watch Friday night movies? And also, will you be able to cope with your pet's daily needs and requirements?
And then, Doctor, how do we know then which pet is right for us to adopt?
Research is the key, hey? If you're interested in a type of dog or a type of cat, go and do your research. Look, what do they need? What type of exercise? What type of space? Go and have a look. What's the behavioral traits that they may have? What's the potential health problems? Go and speak to your veterinarian. Go and ask your local vet, how do you find this type of breed? What is the things that you feel I need to look out for? And your local shelter will have a vast amount of information for you about the type of dog or cat that will fit into your home. And sometimes you will be surprised because they are very good at summing up which fit will fit with you best. So, yeah, that would be my advice.
I mean, there are a lot of things to consider once you've successfully adopted a pet. But one of those things to consider is their diet. How do we then adjust, our pet's diet?
You need to feed the diet based on your animal's breed, age, and overall health of your pet. Ultra dog and ultra cat has a vast range of food that will meet any of these requirements. Also, where you adopted your pet from, you need to find out what they were fed there and slowly transition the food in a matter of 7 to 10 days, meaning you need to mix the food that they were fed and the new diet to prevent gastric upsets.
Wow, that sounds so intricate, and it's definitely big responsibility. Dr. Karine Brink, is there a protocol around how often a dog should visit a vet?
Yes, there is. A puppy needs to see the vet once a month for 3 months to get booster vaccines, and an adult dog needs to see the veterinarian annually for a booster vaccination and a complete health examination. I would still advise, as soon as you receive the new member of your family, let them go and visit the vet, just that they can meet the vet. It's good social interaction, as well as that the veterinarian can examine your pet and see if there isn't some pre-existing health condition that you need to be aware of.
And then, I mean, adopting any pet is basically like having your own child at home. I mean, what is your advice on introducing a new pet to your other pets or even your other kids at home?
Most of the shelters have a pre-existing introduction program, and they're really good to assist you with that. But my recommendation is introducing a pet to a new pet, but especially with dogs, let them meet on neutral territory on a leash, that they first can see each other and meet each other. This needs to be very controlled and slow. Then the next meeting must be on a relaxed leash, that I have a little bit more freedom to meet each other. Then you will continue letting them meet at home. Never leave them together when the initial week or two, when they are left home alone. You need to keep them separate. But you will get them to become great family members. Patience is the key here.
Yes.
With regards to kids, always adopt an animal when you have small children that you know are children friendly. When you go for your visits with this specific animal, the kids must go with you. And from very small, you must teach them commands, you know, the kids, that I can know what the boundaries are, and never, ever leave a small child unattended with any dog, familiar or unfamiliar. The best thing that everybody must realize, these new members in our family, it takes up to 3 months for them to adjust to the new routine and to your household. So you must just be patient, be vigilant, and just give them some time to adjust.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Karine Brink, for shedding some light on this very important topic. It was a pleasure having you here on our Feel Good Breakfast Show. Enjoy the rest of your morning.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Now, courtesy of Ultra Dog, this week we have 5 personalized hampers up for grabs to the value of 2,000 rands each. Now, each hamper will be customized to suit your pet and includes Ultra Dog's quality and scientifically engineered dog food, plus toys and grooming essentials that suit your pet's unique needs. To stand a chance of winning today's hamper, head to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook page and share if you have an adopted pet and how they have changed your life. There are 2 hampers left, so make sure you enter. Today's competition closes at 5 p.m. and terms and conditions apply and can be found on expressoshow.com.
Now, looking at the dogs, I'm missing the Frenchies right now, right? Do you have any dogs, by the way?
Yes, I've got 2 spaniels, Frankie and Robbie. Frankie Sinatra and Robbie Williams, my 2 favorite singers.
Oh, wow. So my dogs, if I ever get dogs, will be Jimmy Nevis and John Legend. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Listen, we digress. We are back in the kitchen now. If you are looking for a recipe that's speedy, full of flavor and penny-wise, look no further than our Be Well butternut soup with garlic twist. You know, we're always adding that extra twist to our recipes. Now, a one-pot wonder made using Be Well olive and canola mayo that contains no animal products, dairy or eggs. Now, this vegan's delight is loaded with immune-boosting ingredients like turmeric, ginger and garlic, and exactly what we need as we #stay home and battle through COVID-19. This is so good.
You know, Jamie, when I was driving here this morning, I can feel the chill in the air, and I was thinking tonight is soup night. Tonight is soup night, so this is what I'm going to actually make tonight.
Winter is coming.
It's coming.
You know what? I was never a fan of butternut soup because I didn't like the consistency, but I know that you're going to change my mind with this recipe.
Yes.
Win me over.
Yes.
Win me over.
You're going to love it.
What do we need for this?
So we need onion chopped. We need beautiful warm spices. I've got turmeric, cinnamon and cumin here. Garlic and ginger paste and butternut. That's what we're going to start. And then with the mayo, we're going to make beautiful twists, those beautiful, delicious, crispy twists.
This looks delicious.
Yeah.
I just want to dip in there and just get in there. So we're going to start with our
soup.
With our soup first.
The soup. So you always brown your onion. You tasted the raw onion yesterday and the caramelized onion, so you know why we're doing this.
I can confirm
It's
that.
adding that beautiful flavors to it.
Again, that tip was to put it on a slow heat and then do it gradually as opposed to just burning it and then putting water.
To get that sweetness out. Now I'm going to add some turmeric.
Okay.
Some cumin and some cinnamon for like a warm, wintry feeling. And I also like to add a little bit of pinch of curry to my...
To get that
oh, this lekker.
That
you can
explosion in your mouth.
taste it. It's absolutely delicious. So we're going to fry that off.
Chili flakes as well? Would you say chili flakes as well to give it
Jamie,
that
for sure.
Hey, no pratons.
Just put it in. And I put some garlic and ginger paste in here. If you don't have the combined garlic and ginger paste, you can always just make your own. A bit of garlic and a bit of ginger. That's it.
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. And now we're going to add some stock to this.
Here's my thing with stock, because I don't always have stock. Is there any way that I can create my own kind of stock to add then to this dish?
Yes. You can make your own stock with the old veggies in your fridge, like your carrots that's lying around, the butternut. It's a good way to get, you know, all those flavors in it. But if you don't have stock, just use water and add a bit more salt. That's what I'm always saying.
We'll give you that.
Chunks of butternut. Jamie, if you don't have butternut, you've got carrot, use it. If you've got pumpkin, use it. If you've got parrots.
Carrots.
Also
the parrots, also don't.
If you've got carrots and pumpkin, you use it. You know, use what's in your fridge. So we're going to put that in, and we're going to boil that till it's done or cooked.
Okay.
But what's nice, you can also bake it in the oven. It's going to caramelize.
I was going to ask you
the
now,
onions beforehand.
would me roasting that butternut before actually putting it in the blender?
High five, meisie. Jy's besig om 'n regte chef te raak. That will be brilliant. Okay. You cook that off, you blitz it up, and you add some coconut cream to that. Coconut cream. If you don't have coconut, normal cream.
Okay.
But now to the piece de resistance. This is my favorite stuff. I love it.
So yummy.
Yeah. And this is
Are we cheating? Are we cheating with how we're making it? Are we not? Did you make that? Did you wake up at 5 o'clock this morning to make this? What a convenience life.
No, you buy this at the stores, please. And just defrost it and roll it a little bit thinner and put it on. You can use it as is.
Yeah, it's about convenience right now.
Yeah. So you can see everything is vegetarian and vegan here today. It's amazing. So we're going to use this delicious mayo that we're using the olive one. Because it's going to give that olive flavour. Have you really tasted it? Like yesterday, I had a whole spoon and it was really delicious.
I love it.
So we're going to add some mustard to this. Once again, if you don't have mustard, use mustard powder, anything. You're going to, ons moet dit eers smeer. Smeer dit op. Lekker dik, Jamie. Jy moenie skaam wees met die storie.
Nee, absolutely not.
Okay. Then this is the trick. You're going to smear it on and then you're going to cut it in like strips. Like that. I'm just going to do one for time.
Okay.
Okay. Oops, I said bietjie fussy, hoor. And then we're going to sprinkle some garlic powder. If you don't have garlic powder, use normal powder.
Okay.
And a bit of herbs. If you don't have herbs, do your own herbs, rosemary. And then you just twist it in like a...
Twist it.
Twist it.
Let's twist again, like we did last summer. Yeah.
And then you bake that on full whack, 200 degrees for about 8 minutes. Look at that. Taste one. Please taste one. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
You are... Don't let Ryle see because I'm coffee.
Ja, ons was so skuldig met Ryle die hele tyd in die omtrek. What is that flavour?
Garlic, the herb of this together.
And
is so gorgeous. The creaminess. I can taste the olive in it as well, like that olive of the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Please.
Can I also have one?
Yes,
Ryle,
okay.
can I have one? I'm going to have one. And you dip that in your soup, Jamie. Can you just imagine dipping it in that soup?
I am converted. Butternut soup has now become my favorite thing. But of course, it's adding that own garlic twist to it. Remember, you can find this recipe and other winter ideas on expressoshow.com. Happy eating, everybody.
Yeah. I'm going to dip it in here.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, you beautiful people. Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso. We are live on SABC3. Thanks so much for choosing us on this beautiful Thursday. Klein Vrydag, as it's known. Now, famous person Glenn Biderman in his latest video showed South Africa some of the activities that he got up to at home during the recent public holidays. And the challenge at hand, well, a holiday at home. Now, here's a quick recap to see what this funny man called on his fellow South Africans to go out and do.
Hi, I'm famous person Glenn Biderman Pam, and these are some of the activities I'll be getting up to during the public holidays.
You're not that famous.
Rock climbing, cricket, toboggan. I've got a R1,000 game stores voucher to give away to the fan who sends in the most hilarious holiday video.
Famous person Joe Biderman Pam, good morning. It's so good to have you on the line once again.
Taviso, thanks so much for having me. I don't know if I heard incorrectly, but I think you may have called me Joe. But that's good. It might be the data. I am on the red one, which is definitely the worst one of the networks.
Did I call you Joe?
I don't know. I can't hear properly. You've made me wear these earphones, and I don't know what's going on. Anyway, good to be here. And I'm sending Expresso a invoice for data because hey, you guys, you like to keep me online. You're not allowed to wear. I just want to tell the viewers here, you're not allowed using Wi-Fi. You have to use data.
You've got to use data. We want to make sure that these calls are as clean and clear as possible so we get that feel-good going. But tell me, Glenn, what's the response been like to your challenge on social media this week? I mean, it's received lots and lots of views, lots of clicks, lots of comments on there, and a lot of people loved it. But what's the response been like to the actual challenge?
Yeah, it's been, man, I was going through the entries from the public yesterday, and I was so impressed, so amused. People have really taken the thing to the next level. I feel like it was very difficult to choose because I had to choose a couple of winners, which we'll talk about a bit later. But I just want to tell everyone out there, well done. I know you have nothing else to do, so let's not pretend like you went out of your way. You literally had nothing else to do. But I really enjoyed it, and it was very difficult to choose any winners.
Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Okay, so Glenn, we've been keeping a close eye on your social media pages, and let's just say, I certainly can relate to this next video that we're going to be looking at when it comes to working from home. Let's take a look at this.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Laura, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, can anyone hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah,
we can all hear you.
Yeah,
guys, sorry, just before we begin, can I just go to the bathroom quickly?
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead. Maybe you can hear me.
Yes, we
can. So I had this idea about like a CSI type thing. We kind of fake the CSI TV show.
Sorry, I'm back. Arlene, did you wash your hands?
Oh, man. The thing is, Zoom meetings have never been the same again, right? Where did you get the inspiration from to create this parody video, which is just so close to the truth?
A lot. Well, obviously, we have had to do a lot of Zoom meetings and a lot of these kinds of calls. And often, I don't know if you've been on a Zoom meeting with a lot of people, and then sometimes two people get into a delayed conversation. So one person will go, and then the other person will go, no, you. And then it's delayed, and then that person goes, and they literally can do that until death sometimes. So, it was really just so easy to write that sketch. I'm surprised that it hasn't happened on this show. I don't know how you guys are so professional.
It certainly has happened where we just speak over each other. It's the nature of the game. You just kind of have to have a chairperson, someone chairing these meetings now. You have to have someone saying, okay, now the go-ahead for you. Glenn. Okay,
yes.
But your creativity doesn't stop there. You even have a new show, Glenn. A whole new show. Let's take a look at it.
Yes.
So let's get real, folks. Day after day of seemingly unending misery, anxiety, lack of purpose and direction. But enough about the Proteas cricket season. How bad is this 21-day lockdown? You guys have been amazing. I'm Chris Plastic.
Yes.
It takes a special type of person with a special type of mind to come up with that sort of thing.
Yeah, Tubbs, listen, as I say, nothing else to do, nowhere else to go. By the way, that is called the ISO Late Show, which I think is a very, very clever name for a show, like, as in ISO Late, and also
like the
late
late
because
show,
it's late.
but like ISO
yes,
late.
like the opposite of this show. Because and episode 2 is on. I've just uploaded it now, so they can go and follow me at Glenn Biederman Pam and watch episode 2 of that.
Well, what I'm curious to find out, Glenn, and I'll show your social media details a little bit later on as well, is where do you get all those toys from? Are you still playing with all those toys? Glenn, come on.
No, no, definitely. Definitely not. No. Those are some, no. So what I did there was I found some let's not go into that. There's an art director, her name is Kezia, and she's got kids, so she filmed all the toys and then she sent me all the videos and then I cut it and edited it and put the voiceover to it, so it was a little bit of a collaborative effort.
I can almost imagine her going, I didn't bring the toys there. I didn't bring those toys. Anyway, drum roll. It's time to announce the winners that you have selected for your holiday activity challenge, who've each won a 1,000 Rand game voucher. Let's take a look at each and discuss specifically what you loved about their creativity in these entries. Up first is Letu. Here's Letu's entry video, ladies and gents.
Okay, come on. Come on, Exhale, goodbye, to infinity and beyond. Buzz Lightyear, yes, that's one. Immortal, Ferrari.
Love that. That's so familiar. It's like when Kuhle and Jamie Lee from this show play 30 Seconds. It's exactly the same thing, really. It's a copy of that. And next up, we have Carol Hurst's winning rock climbing video. Take a look at this one.
Here we have Carol Hurst. Carol, how long have you been doing rock climbing for?
Years. And years. But today I'm attempting my highest climb ever.
Okay.
It's safety first.
Fantastic. You look really fit and trim. Let's go.
I just want to make sure my whole team's ready. Guys, when I say rope, I mean rope.
Sure thing.
Wait. Rope. I did it. I did it.
Rope. That actually looks so familiar. It's like when Raul Demoni goes rock climbing, basically. It's exactly the same type of thing. I've seen it many times on his Instagram. Anyway, finally, we have Sasha and Beerman's entry. Let's take a look at this one.
But I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy. Let's see what you can find. Come on. If the daddy's rich, figure out the real. If the daddy's fun, just do what you feel. Speed along to a town of 125.
Les pions, les vitons j'étais, et les gens les opas, les gisons l'été, on pourra jouer les temps, les tistons.
Oh, man. Some of them do kind of make you a little bit sad because you actually just want to send that poor little girl on a flight off to somewhere nice, really. Okay, so...
But A, for effort for all of them, well done. I mean, the hose pipe was just the hose pipe around the the waste was just ridiculous for me. So,
and those were stunning. So those are all your winners and the 1,000 Rand game shopping voucher. Thank you so much. I think those are really good selections and good choices. Those certainly are the type of videos that keep us entertained during this lockdown. And I can't wait to check out more of your posts and episodes of the isolation show. The late, what's
yes,
the isolation
show.
The isolation
Chris
show.
Plastic.
You can catch that on a social media at Glenn Biderman Pam. That's on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, for you at home out there, post a picture or a video of yourself on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, or comment on the Facebook post with the hashtag GotGame and tag in Game Stores. You could win yourself a 10,000 Rand game voucher. It's massive, it's big, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. This competition will run from today until the 30th of April. You've still got some time, but get those entries in. Now, Game has you covered with all the essential items you and your family need. These include groceries, pet food, household cleaning items, hand sanitizers, toiletries, baby products, but also just in time for the colder season because it's getting colder. The list has expanded to include heaters, or under the lockdown price freeze promise, with no increased prices on all essential items. And you know that Game stores will open every single weekday, Monday to Friday, 9 o'clock till 5 o'clock, and then on the weekends, that's Saturdays and Sundays, as well as public holidays, you can catch them from 9 o'clock till 3 o'clock, and that's on public holidays as well. Remember, they are open to serve you and make sure that you are safe with all those essentials. You don't have to travel too far. Get to a Game store near you and send us those entries with the hashtag GotGame. Time now for us to check out what's happening in and around our world with the news.
Thank you so much, Tabsy. The time now is just 7 minutes past 8. Time to delve into your news headlines one more time. Kicking it off with your national news, government has set up a high-tech monitoring and evaluation platform in an effort to ramp up state capacity to monitor and respond to misinformation and fake news proliferating during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, in a statement, Acting Communication Minister Jackson Mthembu said the intervention is being put in place to assess complaints and reports from media, the public and other sectors of society. The platform has the ability to take down fake news items on a range of platforms and submit cases to the SAPS for investigation and prosecution. The Directors General in government departments will each make 30,000 Rand contributions towards the Coronavirus Solidarity Fund, which was established by President Cyril Ramaphosa to support measures to slow the spread of COVID-19. The donation will be made over 5 paychecks. Now, the Directors General have now called on other civil servants to make voluntary contributions to the fund as well. This comes days after Ramaphosa announced his cabinet had agreed to contribute a third of their salaries for 3 months towards the fund. Now, moving on further to our international news, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases across the world has now reached 2 million. That's according to figures from Johns Hopkins University, which has been tracking infections and deaths around the world. Now, experts say the true number of infections is likely to be much higher as levels of testing varies by country. Now, more than 128,000 people have died globally. The hardest hit country is the US, with some 618,000 recorded cases and 27,000 deaths. Zimbabwe has unveiled its plan for mass testing that aims to examine at least 33,000 suspected coronavirus cases by the end of the month. The government will prioritize testing for those with flu symptoms, pneumonia, fever, the aged, those with underlying conditions, and those who work during the lockdown, medical and government personnel. Meanwhile, a Zimbabwe court has ordered the government to provide healthcare workers with protective gear and roll out mass testing against the deadly coronavirus. And now, how 2 Philharmonic orchestras joined forces to bring joy. Now, the Johannesburg and KwaZulu-Natal Philharmonic orchestras have joined forces in putting together a virtual performance of the well-loved hymn, Amazing Grace. Now, this is an effort to bring comfort and joy to thousands of South Africans who are enduring isolation, economic hardship, and anxiety. And the video was made with the musicians, with each of them recording their own performance at home due to the nationwide lockdown to curb the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. The chief executive and artistic director of both the orchestras, Bongani Tembe, says the relief release of this orchestral arrangement is in line with the message first expressed by President Cyril Ramaphosa, who quoted Yu Masekela's famous song Tuma Mina as he urged all South Africans to keep faith and stay safe. And we will be chatting them tomorrow, so keep it locked here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now taking a quick glimpse into the world of entertainment, one of the world's most adored couples, American singer John Legend and media personality Chrissy Teigen, have been sharing how they are focusing on their children while in lockdown, amidst Chrissy admitting on the Ellen DeGeneres show last week that the gravity of the COVID-19 pandemic is finally sinking in. The pair each took to social media to post the birthday celebration of their eldest child, 4-year-old Luna, and they treated her like a princess, literally. The day started with a waffle breakfast in bed, followed by dressing up in the iconic yellow ball gown Belle wears in the Disney animated classic Beauty and the Beast. Now, while she couldn't see any of her preschool friends, they sent her video messages, which she was thrilled about. Happy belated birthday, Luna, and that is where we wrap up your 8 o'clock news. Here's a final look at the weather with Kuthle.
Thank you so much, Jamie. It's time to have the final look at the weather. But first, we have asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Taryn Vergotini, a nurse at an old age home, who absolutely loves what she does in the Kills River area, wishes us a good morning with a stunning sunrise picture showing off the mighty yellow sun behind an outline of Cape Town's mountains. Taryn would like to encourage all of us to stay safe and indoors during lockdown, and added that we must always spare a thought for the elderly and have respect for them. Gales River in the mother city can expect mostly sunny and pleasant weather today with a high of 22 degrees. Now, a massive Springbok and Stormers fan who is missing all the sporting action during this time, Ryan Bransley Kant, sent us this stunning sunrise picture of trees with the early morning orange sky in Margate, KwaZulu-Natal, where sunshine can be expected today, reaching a maximum temperature of 23 degrees. Now, most of the country can expect sunny conditions today. Morning thunderstorms for Polokwane at a low of 15, reaching a high of 27. An afternoon thunderstorm or two for Mbombela with the minimum temperature of 18, reaching a maximum of 25. It's a sunny day in Pretoria at a maximum of 24 and a minimum of 11. Hazy sunshine for Johannesburg at a high of 22 and a low of 9. Mahikeng 11:26. Sunny and pleasant conditions for Klerksdorp at a maximum of 24 degrees and a minimum of 6 degrees. It's a sunny day in Kimberley with 22 as the highest temperature today with a low of 8. Bloemfontein, a partly cloudy day at a minimum of 4 degrees, reaching a maximum of 20. Partly cloudy conditions for Richards Bay at 14 and 20 as the maximum. Occasional rain for Pietermaritzburg at a minimum of 12 degrees, reaching a maximum of 22. A couple of showers for Durban at temperatures ranging from 18 and peaking at 24. Mthatha 7:21. East London, Imondi 13:22. And a cool start to the morning for Kredok at a minimum of 4 degrees, reaching a maximum of 23. Mostly sunny conditions for Port Elizabeth at a maximum of 22 and a low of 11. George follows suit with 11 as the minimum and a maximum of 22. Another cold morning for Sutherland at a low of 5 degrees, reaching a high of 19 degrees. Cape Town, your temperatures for today range from 13 reaching 21. Sunshine for Worcester at a high of 24 and a minimum of 8 degrees. Uppington, 11 is the minimum temperature, reaching a maximum of 27 degrees. That's your 8 o'clock weather roundup. Whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a fantastic Klein Vrydag.
Kick off your savings goals with 0 monthly fees and unlimited swipes. Get a pay-as-you-use account on the Nedbank Money app today. Money.
morning, we catch up with top billing presenter, actor, entrepreneur and philanthropist Mebs Mabon to find out what exactly he's getting up to during lockdown. Just like the rest of South Africa, he needed to adapt his lifestyle and become resourceful with the time that he spends at home. Welcome to you, Mebs. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
I see that you are keeping well, you are keeping safe and healthy.
Yes, the only way to do that right now is to stay at home, and if you're keeping as safe as you can, and you're keeping kind of fairly busy, but you're also keeping to some kind of a schedule where you can get some good rest as well and look after yourself, then you're more than likely to keep sane out of this.
Absolutely. And one other thing that you do, I saw that you keep on tweeting things like hiding Easter eggs in your house for yourself, for example, and spending time in your parked car at home. I mean, as lighthearted and as they sound, has the lockdown been hard on you at all? What have you been doing to kind of, distract yourself from what's happening outside?
No, it hasn't really been hard on me in a sense of, struggling with being alone or anything. So I'm doing the lockdown solo, and I'm very much quite an introvert. So I enjoy my alone time, and I don't get a lot of chance to actually get that time. I think for everyone across the board, it's been an adjustment of some sort. It's definitely been an adjustment for me, but not one that I haven't kind of embraced. If anything's been difficult, it's been thinking about those people who don't have the opportunity to take on a lockdown easily. You realize, there are people literally living from hand to mouth, and you just think of how difficult it must have been already over these last 21 days. We've done the 21 days now, and we have the second season coming up pretty much with a few less episodes, but we also don't know how long it's going to last, right? What happens in the end? What's the twist? What's the plot twist?
Wait to find out.
I think how you utilize that time right now is imperative to really think of how you can make the most of it. If you walk out of being on lockdown for as long as we're all going to be on lockdown and be exactly the same as you were before and after, then I think it's a really wasted opportunity. The whole business and pressure on that side is not necessary, but I think to grow yourself to being better is something that's necessary. I really hope that people have become more empathetic and more compassionate. I think it's been quite impressive how we've taken on as a country to protect one another over anything else. So, yeah, it's as I say, definitely been an adjustment, but it's also been such a great time to have really gone into myself and started to think about beautiful ways of trying to make the most of it as possible.
Yes, this is the perfect time to self-reflect and to grow. Now, you've opened up a new restaurant last year, Buns Out Burgers in Linden, Johannesburg, as well as another one in Durban earlier on this year. But what impact did the lockdown have on these restaurants?
I mean, the impact it had is that they had to close. So we just not operating at all. That's probably one of the big kind of scary things right now is how long will this go on for, to see whether or not we can open the doors again. Now it's just the battle to how long we can hang on to our employees. That's what we want to do. We're trying to make sure that we protect our employees as much as possible. If this goes on for much longer than it's kind of intended to, then we have to start looking at perhaps letting them go, which is such a difficult thing to do, and then it's going to be another period where if it goes on even longer than that, and we have to think about whether or not we can even open again. So it's almost it's such a touch and go situation, and the difficult thing, which has also been once again difficult but also quite impressive, is that you kind of know it's all for the right reasons, and it's for the best. And I think it's going to be an easing of the lockdown, and if anything, restaurants will be one of the last ones that are allowed to fully operate again as a restaurant, and then people will take a while to allow themselves and be sure that it's safe to fully kind of get involved again and go to their favorite places and be exposed as much as they will be. So it's a long road ahead, and we just need to figure out how we get it. I've got some ideas around it, and hopefully it will be enough.
Wow. I mean, Mebs, you're an entrepreneur, and I hope that you do find a way to kind of, combat these challenges that you are currently faced with. I trust that you will. Now, you recently started a new endeavor called Bursary Network, which provides full-time students with a financial need, an opportunity to attain their education goals. What inspired you to start this initiative?
Actually started a couple of years ago, just was basically off the back of Fees Must Fall, and just tried to help bridge the gap between the students who are looking for funding and actually getting some funding for university. So we're basically just a crowdfunding website that helps, prospective students who are trying to get funding to university, a chance of getting some funding. So it's very simple. The public goes onto the website and looks at all these different students who are studying different things, and whatever resonates the most with them, whoever resonates the most with them, they can directly donate to, funding for their university. And with a minimum donation of 100 Rand, you can help these students raise enough money to study. So, we've been around for a few years now, and we're just trying to grow that as much as possible, especially in these tough times. So what we're trying to focus on now, though, is to create a separate fund to that within Bursary Network, which focuses on COVID. And so with that, I'm going to try and do my best to raise money on our side to really focus on relief efforts for COVID that can help as many people as possible. And with the with the collaboration of organizations such as the Nelson Mandela Foundation, is to see how we can all join our resources and have a bigger impact. I think right now there's lots of different causes and lots of different funds and foundations and everything working on COVID, and people are kind of looking there and there and there, and I think that that's a really good thing. Apart from just a solidarity fund, one main fund, I think it's important to also have those little ones that focus on areas that may be neglected, and for us to be able to really look around as much as possible to see how many people we can help and in any way assist. So it's even just sitting from home, we're all making a big impact by staying home because we're helping stop the spread, but now it's how are you able to do something even more? I hate the feeling of being a little bit helpless, but for now we're all doing what we can by sitting at home and watching this, but also how can we also help people who are in far deeper stress than we are with the situation.
Oh, thank you so much, Mebs, for joining us this morning. You are doing incredible things, and good luck with all of your endeavors.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
Now, Mebs' consistent schedule during lockdown is keeping him sane by having a balanced lifestyle. We too can learn from this. All the best, Mebs.
Always the perfect day to start your day off with a bit of Mebs. Thank you so much for that, Mebs. Very, very inspiring stuff over there. Now, we're bringing it back to the kitchen, and today we're starting our day fresh while we hashtag stay home with this decadent bacon-filled, cheesy and delicious breakfast pie using New Laid's free-range eggs, which are collected daily. Now, listen to this. Collected daily to ensure maximum freshness. And it's true. They contain all the vitamins and nutrients that we need to undergo stringent quality control checks before arriving at our breakfast table. Now, making this delicious, nutritious, and easy to make meal, perfect for any time of the day, is my friend Anel Potgieter.
Can we have a hug?
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, Queen, so you've got your ingredients laid out.
Yeah.
You had me at eggs because I think that you've revived my passion and love for eggs over the last 2 weeks. It's been insane. You and New Laid have really just inspired me to just tap into the many things we can do with eggs and the many things where eggs go into from.
We did custard the other day. Yes. We did a shoutouts yesterday.
We did poached eggs.
Yeah. We made a beautiful muffins yesterday. Remember those beautiful egg muffins we made?
Yes, and so today we're making this breakfast pie.
Yes.
Who doesn't love a breakfast pie? What have we got as our list of ingredients?
First of all, we're going to start with the pastry.
Okay.
We're going to put a pastry in a pie. So you just roll out, you buy your pastry at the shop. You don't have to make it.
Okay, cool.
And you roll it out and you put it in your baking tray and you cut the sides off. And then what I do, I prick the dough like that.
Okay.
Do you know
Why are
why?
you pricking it?
Yeah. So it releases all the water and the steam, because that's why it's called puff pastry. The butter inside there actually puffs up. There's water in butter and it puffs up. So you want to release that so it keeps the pastry flatter for us to put in the filling.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes
so you bake that for about, say, 20 minutes, 180 degrees.
Okay, cool.
Now to the eggs.
Okay,
Our favorite
eggs,
part.
yes.
Yes. So for the filling, we're going to need these beautiful eggs, some cheese, some fried onion, your favorite bacon. And what do you think is that, Tabsi?
That is paprika.
No, it's chili powder.
Okay.
We always add chili, me and you. It makes
Yeah, I love chili. I really do love chili. Okay, cool. So you crack your eggs open, get them into the bowl. How many eggs are you making for us?
I'm going to make 4 eggs.
Ah, that was a trick question because
I
you know I said the other day, I'm always watching and paying attention to how many eggs a person visiting my house is cracking at any given time. Once you exceed the number that's allowed in the house, I go, whoop.
Okay, sorry.
I stop you, but you can go. 4 is fine.
It's 4 fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay
remember, this is a big part. It's not for one person. You're going to share this.
Yes, of course.
I'll have the whole one.
Okay, fantastic.
So we're going to whisk this up.
Together.
Yeah. I love these new legs eggs because I collect it every day.
Yes.
Really? That is amazing.
Well, the thing about eggs, you want them to be at their ultimate freshest.
Absolutely.
Right?
And that's when they taste the best.
Yeah.
And they also react the best to heat. They react definitely the best to heat.
See, now we know that as well. So throw your milk in there.
No, this is cream. This is luscious, topsy.
Cream.
Yes, some cream.
Could you then substitute the cream with milk?
Yes, definitely. You can substitute it for milk.
That's what I thought. Okay.
If you're looking after your figure, like you, fat-free milk can also work.
Okay,
I said that for Ryle, actually. And some bacon. We're going to add your favorite, some bacon that we fried off.
Yeah.
And if you've got other stuff in the fridge, we say it the whole time now because everybody goes to the shops once a week. Gooi, whatever you like as a person. This is your dish.
Yeah.
The base is the egg and the cream.
Yeah.
And then the rest, just put it in.
As long as it doesn't clash, just throw it in there so that nothing goes to waste. And also, just in case you've got flavors and things that you made last night that you still want to enjoy again the next day, gooi.
This is a perfect thing if you've made something, even like bobotie or even mince that you've left over.
Okay.
You can also add it in the egg. It will be delicious.
Great.
So,
So it's mushrooms, it's onions that you can throw in there. You got your cheese going in there.
You can do different cheese. You can do feta cheese. You can put spinach in there. Spinach is important to eat now.
I've had a breakfast pie with spinach, actually.
Look at that.
That looks very good. You'll throw that into the oven again. This time for how long?
It's about 180 degrees, also about 30 minutes, 35. But the best way is always just to check if it's set.
Okay.
And then remember, it always cooks afterwards as well. So don't overcook the egg, otherwise it's going to be hard and dry.
Okay, and you don't want that. Okay, so this is the final product. This is what it looks like.
One?
Of course I want to taste this one. But just to remind everybody else at home, if you want to get your hands on the recipe, go onto expressoshow.com. We've loaded it with a list of the ingredients that we've made use of today. Now, my favorite part of this entire thing is to brew.
Brew it asseblief, Tapsie.
Brew the breakfast pie.
Are you someone going to take it the whole slice? Go for it. Go for it. I especially put a knife and fork for you. Hoe lekker is dit?
All that egg goodness coming through. Thank you, new lady. Thank you. And now this tastes amazing. Expressoshow.com for the recipe. Breakfast pie is served. Let them eat pie.
Marie Antoinette.
Start fresh every day with New Lead.
Welcome back, all you beautiful people. You are still keeping it locked right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Now, earlier this week, South African comedian Glenn Pam showed us that a change of scenery and a new activity is great for the body, the mind, and even the soul. Now, even when you're on lockdown, okay? Now, not wanting to miss out on the holiday action, I got a bit of FOMO and I rose to the occasion and took on the challenge in my own home. Let's take a look, guys.
I won't be waiting here long before you know it. I'm not. Come on now, let me know. You don't wanna let me go. Yeah, yeah. Ain't no love letter. You got to do better. I might write you off. Bet almost out of time, and I can't breathe. You're my make it obvious. Tell me you're ready, 'cause I'm ready, steady for us.
What to do when you're in lockdown, guys. What to do when you're in lockdown. But this next entry video from Charles Samuels proves that with a little bit of creativity, more than what I had, and a lot of imagination, you can enjoy some of your favorite holiday activities while at home. Let's take a look.
Hi, and we are doing a hike in the forest. Where are we? We in the forest, yes. But now we have this mountain to climb. Oh, it's so heavy and it's so hot to climb this mountain. Oh, I feel like to go to the beach. My next trip. Oh, I'm dreaming of to go to a nice restaurant tonight. I'm sitting here at my best restaurant, having my meal, and my little one joining me. What a nice date. Thank you.
Charles Samuels, you are serving us content. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Listen, from rock climbing to a day spent at the beach, really serving us all the goodness. Your entry video definitely didn't lack any creativity. How and where did you even find inspiration from for like the different holiday activities and the reenactments around your home?
Wow, it's because I love Cristiano so much.
Oh.
And you know what? I will do anything to keep him happy. Where do I get the inspiration from? It's Cristiano is a very active guy, as you can see now.
Yeah, clearly.
And me and myself, I'm a person that normally go out to events and go to the beach and do different activities. So what I've done is I've taken that, bring it to my home, make it the best for Cristiano and for me. And we just love that fun moments.
I love that. I love that you incorporated him into the videos as well. Did he live his best life? Was he having so much fun during making these videos as well?
Yes, lots and lots of fun. Cristiano just love it. Even everything that I created for him, Cristiano sometimes, when I'm busy with something, he just wants to get into it and stop me because he also wants just more fun with me.
Daddy, you are doing amazing. You're really keeping things fun during the lockdown. Do you have any tips for parents to keep their kids active and entertained during this time?
There is a lot of things that even parents don't have to take a cent out of their pocket to use it. If they must think of things inside of their home, in the cupboards, the things they want to throw away. I've got something.
What is it?
These kind of things, and make it creative for your child. And today I'm taking my child to the aquarium, and you might be thinking, but the aquarium is closed, but I've created something for him, which is a bowl of fishes. I've cut the fishes out, throw water in, and we go into the aquarium.
Listen, we look forward to seeing more of that content. We loved having you and little Cristiano. I can hear him in the background, but listen, keep serving us with the content, and you definitely got game, Charles.
Yes.
Have a wonderful day further. Thank you so much.
You too. Bye.
Listen, remember, you too can post a picture or video of yourself on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, or comment on the Facebook post with the hashtag #GotGame. Now, T's and C's can be found on ExpressoShow.com, and the competition runs from today till the 30th of April. What are you waiting for? Get entering right now.
As we have reached the 21st day of lockdown, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are focusing on saving some money and saving their pockets at the moment while we hashtag stay home. So we're focusing on a meal that doesn't cost an arm and a leg today. Wait for it. Boerewors meatballs served with a rich tomato sauce on top of sweet potato mash. I knew you would love it. Now showing us just how to make the scrumptious meal and how you can get all the ingredients at a really affordable price is the one, the only king of the kitchen, Chef Clem, everybody.
Oh my word! What an intro, what an intro. Thank you so much, Tabiso, please learn. Why? Okay.
Who? Okay.
What an intro, what an intro. So thank you so much for that. But also, can I just applaud you? So as loud as you clap for me, can we clap for the kitchen queen, Kuchle, please?
Yes!
And the reason we're clapping is because yesterday I challenged you to actually make a stir fry at home.
Yes.
And you did.
I did.
And you actually filmed it for us as well.
Yes, I did.
And I think we have some footage of that. Oh, they're actually watching it already.
Oh,
okay.
You gave me all the right ingredients and it looks so delicious. That's like a recap video. If you guys need more recap videos, I've got you on lockdown.
I'm so
I've got you
impressed.
covered.
So can we do this once a week?
I would be keen to do that.
I love this.
And this looks absolutely delicious. What do we have here?
So I went shopping from the Daily Difference.
Okay.
And what I got was the boerewors, which is actually on special now, the farm-style boerewors, and I used that to make the meatballs, which I think is so smart. Sausage meat is already seasoned, and it's got a nice amount of fat, which you want that for meatballs. If you don't have the fat in there, you get those like bouncy, rubbery, dry meatballs. That's why sausage mince is the best mince to actually use for these meatballs.
So you prefer sausage mince where you actually manually take out the mince from its pockets?
I cut the casing and just take all the mince out.
Oh.
I mean, look, you can see the amount of fat and you can smell the seasoning in there. And that's exactly all you need. So I don't even need any extra salt for the meatballs themselves. What I'm gonna do is pop it in the oil. You're gonna start doing that thing. So this works really well, even if you're doing like burgers. If you want to add a little bit of extra flavor to your burgers, a little bit of extra fat, because fat is flavored when it comes to burgers, sausage mince is the way.
Oh, wow. So you would definitely prefer using the sausage mince instead of normal mince because it's already seasoned and it has all the ingredients, or rather all the nutritions that you want in it.
Exactly. All that flavor is in here already. So now we're keeping it rustic. I mean, if I was at home now, I'd be using my hands to make little balls, but I've got to do some more stuff, so I'm using these spoons. And we're keeping it rustic, so don't make them all the same size. Let them be like a little... Wait, if you have kids, no, make everything the same. Because kids will be like, that one's
but
bigger.
that one is bigger.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And I want this one.
So make it at home, make it all the same size. Cool, let that start browning off. There we go. And it really smells like we're brine, actually.
It actually really, really does. And it smells so delicious.
It smells so good. Okay, so now I'm going to put this over here. So for the tomato sauce part, again from the Daily Difference, they've actually got the tin tomato on promo. Okay, are you paging to that page?
I'm literally like reading my daily newspaper right now.
So the tin tomatoes are on promo. So what I did was I shopped them, and then I also got some other tinned product hacks that I really, really am into. You find it here? There you go, tin tomatoes.
Buy any 3 for 38 Rand.
And they are pantry essentials. You need them in your home. They go with absolutely everything. So another product that I found are these braai relishes. They taste so good. So good. Wow. I'm actually going to use it a little later when we actually make a pizza tomorrow, maybe. And some potjie. Like, tomorrow we're actually making a potjie in a bag. Tune in for that. I'm going to use this. It's so, so good. Let's see what have I got. So I'm going to go tomato and onion mix.
This dish is actually really simple, and you are truly saving every single cent in your pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, the mince from a sausage, and you just need the can. And your mashed potatoes.
That's it. A little bit of seasoning. It's so, so easy. Tomato sauce goes in. That's going to do its thing. That tomato sauce it's going to reduce down nicely. It's going to become nice and rich. Want a little bit of salt in there and a little bit of pepper, just like that. So let that simmer down and get this beautiful, rich tomato sauce and gravy with your meatballs. But now the mashy part. Again, I shopped Daily Difference. I got my veggie bulk hamper. All the veggies you see on the display right there, it's 70 Rand for all of that. All of that.
Potatoes 2 kg, sweet potatoes 1 kg, gem squash 1 kg, brown onions 1 kg, all for 70 Rand. It's not a lie.
That's crazy.
It's
That's
the truth.
Crazy. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, cool. So what I did was I took my sweet potatoes and I just boiled them slightly, get them nice and soft. So normally, to the sauce, we'd normally add a bit of sugar to make it a little sweet, to balance out that tomato.
Yes.
I'm actually getting my sweetness from my sweet potato.
Your sweet potato.
There we go. So some
How do you make your sweet potato, Clem?
Okay, so I peeled it, and then I popped it in a microwave container in the microwave, a little bit of water, and I put it on for about 8 minutes until it just went tender.
Oh.
You can do it on the stove top. I find the microwave is kind of easy.
That's actually very true.
It's so easy. So a little bit of olive oil. You can use butter right now. I'm using a little bit of olive oil. And all you gotta do is just mash, mash, mash until it goes super, super fine. Do you like a chunky mash or like a super fine mash?
Super fine mash.
Do you like a super fine mash?
Super.
So what you can do is if you don't want to be mashing like this, super simple, you can chuck it in a food processor and just blitz it up.
Ooh.
Like super fine and super fluffy.
But that's dramatic. I feel like this should work.
It works. It does. It does. Absolutely. Super easy. So let's talk about what's going on. So it was the sausage that went in, browned off really well. And then we need browned off like that to get the extra flavor out of the sausage. And then we actually just chucked in that tomato sauce. That's going to simmer. We made our mash, put it all together, just like that. Cookle Adams, dinner's done.
Voila.
Voila.
You are giving me cooking tips that literally it took me 15 minutes to make that stir fry yesterday. And this,
so
I
happy.
feel like it's less. So thank you so much.
So proud of you.
For always putting us on. Okay. Now, if you would like to get your hands on this awesome and very simple and affordable recipe, make sure to visit expressoshow.com.
Set in apartheid-era South Africa, Moffie is the story of a young conscript who battles to survive military service while coming to terms with his sexual orientation. Originating as a best-selling novel, its recent jaw-dropping and beautifully portrayed film adaptation made international waves last year. Let's take a look. Wow. Now, the film's domestic theatrical release was limited due to the spread of the coronavirus, but that has not stopped the production team, who are excited to share this special film with the local audiences. Now, joining us via video call to share more is the book's author, Andre Carl van der Merwe, and the film's director, Oliver Hermanus. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Just seeing that little snippet is giving me all the feels. But maybe I'll start with you first, Andre. You know, when writing the book Moffie, why was it so important for you to get the story out there to everyone on an international stage, but also for the local audiences?
Well, I think there was twofold. The one was a cathartic experience for me. Because 20 years after I was in the army, I wrote Moffie. And for 20 years, me and my friends, we never discussed what we went through. It was the weirdest thing. So for cathartic reasons, and it really was very important for me to write it. And secondly, I think it was a part of our history, of this terrible history we had in this country. There were certain marginalized, smaller groups of people that was forgotten about in a way. And I think that the gay struggle that we had, particularly in the army with War 22 and so on, was something that I think needed to be recorded.
Absolutely. That's beautiful for you to share this story. But maybe for you, Oliver, when you were approached to direct this film, how did you know that you wanted to do it? What was your journey like through this?
Yeah, there was a fair bit of a journey for me. I was having to debate how that would be relevant to me personally. Of course, the sexuality of the character became something that I resonated with. But also, I think just this bit of history that, as Andre says, we've not really spoken about for the last 25 years. And there was a time and a place for it which seemed to be pertinent and now. And from the success of the film's international reaction, it seems that we made the right choice.
Talking about that international, recognition, Andre, when you saw that it was getting all this views and just getting all this, love, how did it make you feel about your story being seen and heard worldwide?
Well, it's incredible. You know, it could have gone so wrong, but it went so right. You write a book, you are so personally invested in that book. But because it's part of my life, my first 19 years, I was even more invested. So, you know, when somebody else is going to tell you a story and you really have to hand it over and let it go, it's a hit and miss, but it really was a hit. So it was amazing. I was in Venice for the launch. It was the first time I saw the movie, and I was blown away. It was absolutely, it was so emotional and so incredible.
I can totally imagine all of you being able to represent South Africa on such a global stage. What was it like for you to be a part of this film?
Making a film is always a privilege. Filmmaking is a very expensive endeavor. And so you always have, I've learned through my career to always be very careful about what I choose to make and the people that I work with. And for me, I'm just very proud. Moffie is a collective effort. There is an army of people, of South African talent that made this film, including brilliant young actors and technicians and composers and writers. And it's a testament to our output as a creative industry from South Africa on the world stage.
I hear that obviously lockdown has affected how people can see this film right now, but how has it affected your life, Andre?
Well, I've got a small clothing company now, and we can't produce and we can't do any work. So, but I'm spending my time, I'm trying to work on an exhibition. My training was actually fine art, not writing. So I'm trying to do an exhibition. I want to do an installation of about 1,000 portraits that I'm doing over this period.
Oh man, bless, thoughts and prayers with you. But Oliver, what about you? How has lockdown affected your life? And then maybe how can the greater audience enjoy Moffie without going to the cinema at this time?
It has affected my greater life in the fact that I've been home for the longest period of time that I've ever been in 18 months. I was meant to be in America right now, but I'm happily at home. So it has had an impact on the way the film industry is working. And people can check out Moffie. They can watch the film at our website, www.moffiefilm.com. They can follow the prompts, read all the T's and C's, and it is available for all South Africans right now.
That's amazing. Well, guys, thank you so much for catching up with us during this time. We are all looking forward to watch the film and have a beautiful day further.
Thank you very much.
Maybe now this is the perfect time to indulge in the emotional and visual masterpiece that is Moffie. And best of all, it is all proudly South African. Visit moffiefilm.com/stream to see the film right now. What are you waiting for?
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Oh, well, it's time for a dish made with love by Clover. And as we've been staying home during the ongoing lockdown, we've been needing to dig deep into the pantry. If there's one, pantry staple that is versatile, budget-friendly, and ideal for most diets, it's got to be a good old tin of baked beans. Yes, that's right. Oh, yes, oh, yes. But what if you can make your own baked beans at home? What if you could? Maybe you can. Today, we're going to be showing you how easy it is actually just to do that with just a few ingredients and the buttery flavor of butter oil. You'll have your own homemade flavor-packed version in no time. Anel, let's get straight into it.
Yes. Remember they call it baked beans, but it's not baked in the oven. It's on top of the stove. Just to...
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, now we know. Now we know. Did you know?
So first of all, we're going to start with the fragrant stuff. I'm going to tell you, we're going to put some beautiful butter to the pot.
Well,
it's perfect for frying.
Absolutely, that's what I was going to say. Butter is versatile, perfect for frying, baking, and cooking. So you want to make sure that while you add your pantry staples, that maybe butter must be a part of your pantry staples because you'll never go wrong. But also a super long shelf life as well. So it's going to be sitting there for a while.
How many days? 180 days.
A long time, 180 days.
And we know how long 21 days is going to be.
Exactly, so think about 180. Yeah. If you feel like this lockdown's been long already. Okay, so cool.
Okay, so we've got the onion inside here.
Yeah.
Now we're going to add some ginger and garlic paste.
Yeah.
And a bit of smoked paprika.
Oh, okay, so I've been struggling to find paprika. I've been struggling to find smoked paprika.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do. So what you do is you take a red pepper, a normal red pepper. But smoked paprika is smoked red pepper.
Oh.
You put it on your gas.
Oh.
I don't know if the camera can see that. And you actually charcoal it like that.
Oh.
Okay.
And it doesn't... Oh, wow, it doesn't burst open.
No, it doesn't burst open. And then you just put it in a bag and you de-seed it. Mm-hmm. And you can even, I'm going to add a bit of this. This is going to be smoked paprika.
Yes, because we don't waste anything. So that's smoked paprika that you can eat as well.
Yeah, okay, so we put that in there.
Okay.
So that is what you do if you don't have smoked paprika.
Okay.
Look, oh, I can smell it already. So you've got that.
Me too. I can smell it.
We're going to add some seasoning in here. I just want to add some seasoning, salt, pepper.
And some pepper.
And we need some tomato.
Okay.
Like sliced or pureed tomato. If you cannot buy this, you buy a whole tin of tomato.
Yeah, okay, well, that's convenient, right?
Yeah,
so if you are...
Like the whole tomatoes. I want to show you something. So if your tomatoes are whole inside there, to cut them, don't put them on the board, it's going to be all slippery.
Okay.
Put your knife in there and cut them in there.
Okay. Oh, it makes it easy because it's all contained in the can still.
It doesn't slip around. So you just go like that and then you will have the same type of consistency.
Oh, great, okay.
And you can use fresh tomatoes,
Yes.
any type of tomatoes.
Great.
And now we're going to add beans. We've got butter beans here today,
Oh,
but
they look so
Topsy,
good. They
do
look
you have
so
butter beans?
No, I don't have any beans whatsoever.
So you can use any beans. You can go to the shop, you can get cannellini beans, you can buy the dried beans.
Okay.
But when you sop cook, that normal beans,
Yeah.
you cook them and you can use them in here.
And you can buy beans out of a can and just throw them in there?
Exactly.
Like I would?
Exactly.
Okay.
So you just reduce that and let that cook like to a thick beautifulness that you see there.
Okay.
Okay, I just
Which
want to
is-
get this going.
Yeah.
Yeah. In done.
So all you do is just mix it all up, mix it all up, mix it all up until you get to this, and then you can store it in jars so that
Yeah.
you're rationing for the number of days in the week that you want to be enjoying this
Exactly.
absolutely delicious homemade baked beans made with love by Butro and Anel.
Wait, so I want to
Yeah.
ask you something.
Yeah.
What is your favorite other ingredient that we do a lot? Eggs?
Eggs? Are you going to throw some eggs in there?
So what you can do after this is reduce into that beautiful, beautiful, creamy, buttery bean yumness, is
Yeah.
all I can say.
Uh-huh.
You break an egg in the pot or in a pan,
Yes.
and it actually becomes a shakshuka, is a word for
Wow,
it. It's
okay.
a shakshuka.
So you leave it for like right towards the end, because of course your eggs cook quicker. So you don't
Yes.
want to have it like right at the beginning. You want to have it towards the end. This is fantastic.
And then the egg simmer and it gaan so loop in it. It is divine.
And then you let everyone brew a full plate full of
Every
this
full
delicious
brew,
shakshuka
yeah.
that you've made. Well, go on to expressoshow.com, try this recipe out. And if you do try it out, let us know what you think of it on our Facebook page. It's Expresso Morning Show SABC3. There you go, homemade baked beans brought to life with our Butro oil here. And it's fantastic from Clover, made with love by Clover. Love it.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Next time on Tropical Island of Treasure Curacao, the 4 remaining teams embark on a journey through the streets of Punda.
Quickly, quickly, quickly. No stopping.
Nice.
I can't breathe. Got it! The pressure is on another level.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. We are sprinting. Someone's sabotaging us.
This is going to be a long day.
With big rewards at stake, it's a breathtaking foot race to the finish. Catch the repeat of Tropical Island of Treasure Curacao Saturday at 8, only on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful people. You're still keeping it locked right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, we've been learning so much about pets this week thanks to Ultra Dog, and it's been a real eye-opener. I'm getting puppy fever, guys. Maybe I might get a dog, I don't know. But we can't wait to share this next clip with you because animal behaviorist Ansi Minar, who helped train the Expresso Frenchies, has also shared some first-hand advice on the value of toys and why it's so important for our pets to play. Let's take a look.
Okay. Value of toys. It is imperative as a puppy you teach the value of toys. This is what keeps your dog engaged, happy, can self-entertain, inspired, above all busy. So, if you have a puppy that's not particularly mad about toys, you might want to start by taking something with holes in it like this, or that, popping a treat in there, and once the treat is in there, you'll find puppy will play with it, fiddle with it, move it, engage with it, start loving it. You're also associating toys with treats, so therefore toy must be good. Even better, you can hang it so the wind takes it. They have prey drives, so anything that moves, that's what they're going to keep going for. So you can hang it from a rope, from a tree or whatever, and puppy can spend hours involved with trying to get that treat out of there and engaging with it.
How cute. Very, very cute. Now, don't forget our daily competition. We still have 2 Ultra Dog hampers to the value of 2,000 rands up for grabs this week. Now, each hamper will be customized to suit your pet and includes Ultra Dog's quality and scientifically engineered dog food, toys and grooming essentials that suit your pet's unique needs. To stand a chance of winning today's hamper, head over to the competition post on Expresso Facebook page and share if you've adopted a pet and how they've changed your life. Today's competition closes at 5 p.m. and the terms and conditions apply and can be found on expressoshow.com.
We all know that all over Mzansi, people have been united, staying home and staying safe. We've been doing the same thing, keeping safe in whatever space we find ourselves in. But we know that health and government employees, they are working around the clock to ensure that we detect infection early, that we treat infection effectively, and that we curb the nationwide spread of COVID-19. Now, earlier this week, our beloved Health Minister, Zweli Mkhize, said some really reassuring words, really, as to why we need to stay the course to fight this pandemic. This is what he had to say. This is a long march, and it demands a march of national unity. It's a march that requires us to focus and know that each and every person's action will count. And therefore, whatever plans there are, whatever decisions, we need to work together. We know it is difficult.
Definitely.
Beautiful.
Strength in Ubuntu, and I think we all just have to do our part. Every little bit counts.
We do need to band together. So in order to win this Mzansi, we need to do it together, because the thing is, we need to remember and remind ourselves of that hashtag stronger together.
All right, well, that's all the time that we have for another magical Thursday show, and obviously Friday is around the corner. So tune in again tomorrow, 7 to 9 a.m. We will be with you and helping you wake up on the right side of lockdown and usher you into the weekend with your feel-good breakfast crew. And obviously tomorrow we'll also be chatting with the artistic director of the Johannesburg and KZN Philharmonic Orchestras, Bongani Tembe, as well as taking a look at their evocative, socially distanced performance of Amazing Grace.
Duk Friday.
Are you ready?
Duk Friday.
Yeah, Duk Friday,
everyone. Send us pictures. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. I want to see those Duks. Raul wants to see those Duks. Baby wants to see those Duks. Everybody wants to see those Duks, okay?
Have a magical Thursday. We'll see you in the morning.
Ciao, ciao, meow, meow.
Expresso Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.